All right. Welcome back, guys. Segment 2. This is our trending topic segment. We're going to be talking about kind of what's going on in sports nation this week. And our first topic is the San Antonio high school football hit on the referee. What do you guys think?
Brutal. Brutal and unnecessary.
Very dirty by both players. Yeah. You can't just haul off on the ref like that.
So on all accounts, it's dirty.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it before, and they mentioned that there might be criminal charges. I can't remember which one you guys brought that up.
Yeah.
I think I understand suspension, I understand expelling the kids, but criminal charges seems a bit much. To me,
What
personally.
if he's paralyzed and can never walk again?
I mean, yeah, you never know.
When you take it to the extreme, sure. But I think just like when you look at it, it's just like, yeah, it's unnecessary. It's
What if he
garbage.
would have got injured, though? Not even paralyzed and all that, but what if he would have got injured? I mean, those kind of hits, you can't injure someone pretty easily, so.
Yeah, and he can sue the school, but
But does the school have anything to do with it? Is it the school that's telling him to do that or teaching him to do that? Those
There was
kids are
also
acting on
talk
their
that
own
it was the
behavior,
coach,
aren't they?
There's also talk that it was coach.
Yeah, but are you going to be able to prove that? It's like proving a flake gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like criminal charges is a bit much. It's like, I just kind of feel like you know that you're putting yourself in harm's way. Like, you shouldn't have been hit in this particular instance.
But there's a difference between putting yourself in harm's way and having someone target you.
Yeah.
But you have to sign a waiver either way. Like, you can't just get out there and start coaching. Like, you have to sign a bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah, but like baseball umpires aren't expecting to get beat with a bat in the middle of a game.
If you're in Venezuela, you should. Happens all the time.
That's why this guy is a ref in America.
Yadier Molina did it not too long ago.
I don't know. I can see if he wanted to press charges, I think he has a viable reason to do it, but they are just kids, and if the coach did tell them to do it and they were just doing what the coach said, then it's harder to.
But that's one you're never going
Punish
to
them.
prove it.
Yeah,
Coach.
we'll see what.
There. And you guys could leave in the comment box what you think. Roger Goodell. He had an interview today. It's 13 minutes long on Mike and Mike. It's kind of just being Roger Goodell about everything, all smug and kind of arrogant.
That's what he does.
That's kind of who he is. Just wants a lot of money. Kind of makes a lot already, but we got a little argument going on. We're gonna continue it right here. Should Roger Goodell keep, or should he outsource his discipline power?
So I personally think that he should keep it. At least to some degree. I just don't see how you can have an employer outsource the discipline of their employees to a third party. So I just don't see how he could take a full step back and remove himself entirely from disciplining the players.
I kind of think he should keep it too. We're considering this one now.
I mean, I can say that I don't think maybe stay involved in the appeals, like be the guy who handles the appeals, but just handle the appeals. He's not stepping in just to work for the Patriots.
Yeah. So if he is keeping this job of disciplining, who's going to put limitations? Who's going to be checking the balance? Because you have the Ray Rice incident, you have the AP incident, you have this Tom Brady incident. There's no consistency. We were talking about the other day, and the Vikings were caught heating footballs, right, to overinflate them, or whatever, or maybe just heating them to make it easier to catch or whatnot.
Right.
But they're just slapped with $25,000 fine or something like that. And that's it. No one even made a big deal. But the Patriots do it, and it's a huge deal.
Okay, so a couple of things about that. The Patriots have already shown that they don't care about cheating. That they'll do it whenever it gives them an advantage, from everything as little as deflating footballs to
That's fine.
spiking.
But if you're slapping this penalty,
right,
it's kind of like...
Well, that's the second thing. The second thing is that we have to start for individual infractions. So, for instance, Alvin Smith, let's say Adrian Peterson, Greg Hardy, like things that, whatever, tarnish the badge or whatever. The players, when they're collectively bargaining, they need to realize that they're not perfect and that they're going to fuck up. And do a better job of being like, but this is the extent of the discipline that we want, and actually fight for it. Because the reason that he's able to do all of this
No one fights for it.
is that no one fights for it when they're collectively bargaining, and then they have this contract that they have to adhere to that gives him all of this power.
So you think the players should put balances on Roger Goodell's power?
Yeah,
Players
well, that's
Association.
what collective bargaining is for. Is
Yeah.
that's what they're supposed to be unionized.
But they said when they were doing the collective bargaining, they were worried about other things like getting paid and getting people back to work. That like maybe some people only work a year in the NFL and then they're out of a job or whatever. And
Yeah.
that's it.
They wanted healthcare.
They wanted to get their money, so they were concentrating on the bigger issues as opposed to worried about what Roger Goodell is going to hand down discipline wise.
And that's understandable, but you do also still have to look at it and be like, all right, we fucked up.
Yeah.
We should have been thinking farther ahead. Like, they clearly beat us on this because we weren't thinking farther
Yeah.
ahead. I hate Roger Goodell. Like, I hate sitting here defending him. But it's like, at a certain point, you have to be like, all right, he's the worst. Like, the only commissioner in all the sports that's worse than him is the NHL commissioner, who's been single-handedly trying to destroy the sport for years. But Goodell's right on his way. If the NFL wasn't so profitable, like, people would be out on this.
I think he just tries too hard to please the public. I think the whole, even the Brady's or the Deflategate suspension was all just based on.
It's like everyone always says. We talk about this till all night long, all day long.
Yeah.
But on Sunday morning, what are we gonna be doing?
Yeah.
Trey Party be doing what he's doing. All Smith be doing what he's doing.
We're all gonna be watching.
We could all hate these players and the
Well, Alvin Smith
coaches.
is going to be doing is sitting back and watching
I know, right?
the rest of
Watching
us.
like us. Yeah.
But what are we doing? As much as we hate it and talk about it,
Yeah,
we're
we're
still watching it. We're still shoveling the money out.
It doesn't affect the product.
No, doesn't affect the product one bit. So,
It's frustrating. I think
but
personally, he should probably have let's just say 3 or 5 other people, maybe a collection of owners.
consistency. I mean, when
Yeah, it
Chuck,
just needs to be more consistent.
Chuck and I were talking about the other day. I'm going to use that same example of the Vikings give the ball. Chuck was something it was like $250,000 fine or $25,000 fine, something like that. And that's when that happened. But now this happens, the Patriots, they're big time, things like that. So he's going to use an example. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, a cop pulls you over for speeding, slaps you with a $200 ticket, but then it's President Obama gets pulled over for speeding. Oh, I'm gonna put him in jail for 20 years. You can't just make up rules and laws as you go along. You gotta
No, that's fair. Yeah.
keep it consistent.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think to get to that, maybe you do a panel of like 3 to 5 owners who are in charge of deciding the discipline for whatever infraction, and then Goodell is just the appeals guy. And from a public relations standpoint, like that, I think would solve everything because he can start showing that he's fair. Like if the owners slap too hard of a suspension, he can be like, all right, no, we're gonna dial that back to 2. With the Brady thing, like he could have dialed it back to 1 or 2 games.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's gonna be sit there and be upset about it. Like,
No.
But I mean, what was it? $1 million fine, draft pick, 4
Yeah,
suspension. I mean, it's just kind of where are you pulling this out of?
yeah, Kraft just ate it for whatever reason.
Yeah,
It's just totally fine.
How are you pulling this out of? So.
Okay, with all that being said, is this the end of Roger Goodell? These mistakes that he's made, and if it's not, can he ever make a mistake that'll get him fired, or is he just going to be here until
He'll be here. No why?
the owners get sick of
Because he
him?
makes money.
Honestly, like he's everything that the owners could want. He takes all of the heat off of them for putting him. Like they put him in this position.
Mm-hmm.
They helped bargain for him to have all of these powers, and I mean they locked out to make sure that he got all of this.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think there's anything.
So he'll be here for a long haul.
Yeah, anything short of something personal that he does
Yeah.
outside of the office.
The day of the week belongs to Roger Goodell. I mean, he makes money.
That's fair enough.